On August 2nd, Congress approved at least $2.4 trillion in spending cuts, which will likely include cuts to entitlement programs such as Medicare and Medicaid, the health insurance programs for the poor and elderly, as well as the Social Security retirement and disability program. We asked workers in the Detroit area to speak about the cuts, which come at a time when the unemployment rate is over 9% and corporate profits are at record highs.
I think it's a shame that they would cut Medicare, Medicaid for the people that can at least afford it. It's indicative of the rich get rich and the poor gets poor.
Now they're going to cut our Medicare. It's already been cut. How much more do they want us to give?
The governor we have now cut a lot of programs. He'll give money to the business people, and the business people told them that they're not going to hire nobody.
You got millions of people, that need jobs, and they're cutting on the poor people.
We know it's out there. We've seen the mansions. They're right on TV.
Corporations got more money in their bank accounts than they've ever had in the history of this company. But yet and still, they don't want to contribute anything, nothing, to the revenue that the country needs to sustain itself.
How could Wall Street and the bank sit in judgment of us mishandling funds when we just bail both of them out? How could they have anything to say?
The poor people pay the taxes, they can hardly make a living, the rich is flying in their jets, living in their 4 or 5 different homes, and we're just getting stepped on. They're trying to break the middle class, make everybody either rich or you're poor.
All through history, the people never ruled. There was only a few that ever ruled. Only a few.
They want all the revenue to come from the poor people. It's like the caste system it appears that it's going to be, That's how they're trying to make it, So that, that's how I feel about them cutting Medicare, Medicaid for old people and poor people. That's pitiful.
They helped those banks with our money. That was our money that they gave them. They should then return that money back into the funds they took it from, so that we're not suffering the consequences.
You got more money than you've ever had in history. Yeah. There's no humanitarian foresight on the richest part. All they want to do is get richer. Rich get richer, poor gets poor. It's been like that for years.
You had to bail them out. Then they lowered your wages.
They're getting more done for less money. That's why all the corporations is making profits. I know they're in business to make a profit, but you're strangleholding the poor people at this time.
What does it say about the golden rule? He who has it rules. He who had a gold rule. If you have a lot of gold, you will rule. You will. So if it's not equal, you will always have one ruling the other.
I've worked for 60 years and I'm now retired. I've contributed into that Social Security and Medicare and all the other things all of these years, and I have not had a raise in 2 years in my Social Security, and now they're cutting my benefits, and all the insurance companies are adding more to our liability to pay the doctor's bills. In the last year, my expenses for medical have doubled.
Everything is being cut. Yeah.
It's like an all-out attack, right?
All-out attack on the working people.
It's just time that the seniors stop being forced to pay for these sorts of penalties. And anyone handicapped and those that are seniors and retired should not have to worry about how they're going to find food for their table, a room over there for them to sleep in, and transportation to get to and from a doctor.